aspect of our lives. It's probably something that just dominates our lives because we're constantly doing it. In fact, we probably make wudu more than we even use the washroom. You're constantly making wudu, thinking about whether you have wudu, refreshing your wudu, and so it's a very, very dominant theme within our life. And in fact, if you look at the past Muslim communities, for example, 500, 600 years ago, when the Muslim community was flourishing, you'll see that the Muslims made incredible progress in water engineering. This is something that was dominant within Islamic civilization. Because water was so necessary for their life, because wudu was such an essential action, water engineering took on levels of advancement that had never been seen before. So ideas of having a central water source, being able to pump water to various places, all of these different advancements that occurred in water engineering, so many of them occurred in our previous Islamic civilizations due to the need of wudu. And this actually highlights a very, very dominant theme within science in the Muslim world. In this day and age, science is basically done for two reasons. One, for the military purposes, in order to, create havoc and destroy and warfare. And the second is consumerism. Scientists will try to create something because it will be the next billion-dollar drug, for example, right? Create the newest drug through scientific means because that will be a billion-dollar drug. Or create the internet, which was done in the 70s by the military, in order to create a decentralized means of communication, so that if there was an attack, you wouldn't be able to knock out all modes of communication. It's so decentralized that it would still stand on its feet in case of an attack. So these are the driving things, or the driving themes of science in our day and age. But during the Islamic civilization, and to this day, the Islamic scientists, their driving theme is the deen. When the Muslim scientists of the past would involve themselves in science, would come up with different tenets of science, when they advanced science, it was always secondary to the deen. For example, we need water to make wudu. So then this whole concept of purification of water, storage of water, passing water to various villages, all of this science of water engineering developed secondary to the need of fulfilling a command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similarly, in the case of physics, when people determined how to make a clock and how to match that to the timings of the sun and all that, the Muslims made the first clock, that was all based on the fact that they needed something to tell them the prayer times, some way of standardizing the prayer times. So this was their dominating driving force that allowed them to develop the clock. Similarly, in the case of astronomy, Muslims needed to know when is Eid, when are the prayer times, how can we properly calculate them. And so that was the dominating and driving force within the development of Islamic astronomy. So our view on the world is always through the deen. And this is how Islamic scientists developed their tenets and developed and advanced science during the time when our civilization was at its peak. The central ayah which involves wudu is actually in Surah Al-Ma'idah, and it's ayah number 6. And I recited it at the very beginning. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, O you who believe, idha kumtum ila salati, when you stand for salah, faghsilu wujuhakum, wash your faces, wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiqi, and wash your hands to your elbows, wamsahu bi ru'usikum, and wipe your heads, wa arjulakum ila al-ka'bayn, and wash your feet up to your ankles. So in this particular ayah, the tenets of wudu are being established, the act of wudu is being established, and the actions within wudu are being listed. And we're going to talk about it in more detail shortly. Now you should understand that wudu is a means of attaining purification from a state of ritual impurity. And so you need to understand this concept of ritual impurity. Basically, our bodies are pure. And it's sort of like your internal body, because your external body could have some najasa on it, and then you'd have to purify it in a different way. But your internal body is essentially pure. And there are certain actions which you can do which will then force your body into a state of either minor ritual impurity, which is called hadath, or major ritual impurity, which is called hadath al-akbar. So there's hadath al-asghar, which is the minor ritual impurity, and there's hadath al-akbar, which is the major ritual impurity. So there's two impure states that your body can go into, either minor or major. Minor impurity, for example, occurs, when you use the washroom. And we're going to cover this in detail, but basically the things that commonly break wudu, for those of you who know the breakers of wudu, those things cause you to go into a state of minor ritual impurity. Hadathul asghar. So for example, using the washroom, bleeding, vomiting, these are things which will put your body into a state of minor ritual impurity. The second type of impurity, or ritual impurity, is major ritual impurity, which in the Arabic is called hadathul akbar. And that state occurs when, for example, you have relations with your wife. So if the two private parts meet each other and the male private part becomes hidden in the female private part, then you enter a new state, which is a state of impurity called hadathul akbar, major ritual impurity. And in order to remove yourself from major ritual impurity, you then need to take an Islamic bath, which is called a ghusl. In order to remove yourself from a state of minor ritual impurity, you need to make wudu. And so that's the discussion here. How do you make wudu? And when do you need to make wudu? And what are the various acts within wudu? And so this is what we'll cover, inshallah, during this session.